Now, what about artists? Have artists called you up and talked to you about these guitars?
Yes. In fact, one of my favorite stories is we had one of your clinicians come out, a great guitar player and a friend now, a gentleman named Jeff Coleman. And Jeff had called saying, I'm going to be out doing a workshop on Fender guitars. I need a VG Strat and a hot rod Strat and a hot rod Tele and a few other guitars. And he came out to the shop and he walked in and I introduced myself and we exchanged pleasantries. And then he said, what's a Wildwood 10? And I said, well, these guitars that we've done. He said, can I play one? So he played a bunch and he used one in the workshop and I thought it sounded extraordinary. And he, after the workshop, said, I want to buy one of those. I want to play one of those and use one of those.
Right.
So that's what he's been gigging with. And Jeff has some vintage Strats and he's sent a lot of people our way. And there's a lot of fans of these guitars.
Now,
we have one customer who actually can feel the difference between a 9.5-inch radius and a 10-inch radius. And he's always saying, the 10-inch radius is the perfect radius. I can feel the difference. It takes a special guitar player to be able to feel that. But these have a legion of followers. I think the guys at the store, myself, we think they're just extraordinary guitars.
Now,
Some of the best Fenders ever made.
My favorite story is, what about Victor Johnson?
Oh yeah, Victor. I forgot about that. Victor's a friend of Mike's, and Victor has played with Sammy Hagar over the years. And he called and said, same thing, what's a Wildwood 10? And I told him the story, and he said, can I have one? And I said, you can purchase one, of course. So we shipped him one of the Stratocasters, a white blonde, and there's some YouTube videos of Victor playing that. And he got it and said, Steve, I've owned so many great guitars. This is phenomenal. I need a Telecaster now. And I said, well, we can take care of that. So he has I think it's a Taos Turquoise Tele Custom, Brazilian board, and he's out gigging with the guitars.
You know what? He called me first, and he asked me about them, and I told him, I said, oh yeah, Mesple's doing those over at Wildwood, and he asked me, he goes, can you get me one? And I said, no, sorry, Vic, but I sent him over there.
Well, that's actually another great part of the story. We have a number of Fender employees, a sizable number, playing these guitars, and they always call. And at first, it was just like you were just saying. I thought, well, can't you have Fender make you one? And they said, they're your exclusive guitar.
Yeah.
We can't buy one. We have to buy it through you. So we joke at our store that we need a full-time employee just to handle selling Fender guitars to the Fender employees. And I could probably get you one of these, Mike. Actually, you already have one.
I have one.
Where do you store the Wildwood 10?
Okay.
This is a great story.
You know
I
where it's
love
at,
this.
right?
Yeah.
Because I look at it every day. It's one of the first ones, and it's at my house. It's next to my bed, just laying there. So whenever I pick up a guitar at home, it's always that thing. And usually my wife says, put that down. But no, we have a guitar in every room. But in the bedroom, I have a Wildwood 10.
Yeah, I think you need a guitar in every room. Every room.
Okay, so the great guitars,
Yep.
right? And I guess want to tell you so that we have all this on film, the collaboration with you and being able to sit down with you and find out what's in here and in here and in here. And to sit down and say, okay, let's make something has been an honor, and we just love
same
doing
for
it.
us. We feel like we're this tiny part of the big Fender history, and that's
you're a big
so
part
exciting.
of it, and we want to continue to do more and more and more.